Hello, all of you cute beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar, Season 3, Episode 33, Dirty Fireworks. This is one of our Pokemon Tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. This system is available for open playtest on our Discord as well as itch.io, so go take a look at it and let us know what you think. Also, we are now uploading our videos, our recordings to Spotify, and it's also being made available on Apple as well as Amazon. So go check out those under their podcast services. It'll be a little bit before I get lost in chaos there specifically, but it will be there eventually. Either way, let's go ahead and get started with introductions, beginning with Enja.
Hello and good day, everyone. I will be your storyteller for this evening, Enja Lumareus. I play the allies, I play the enemies, and I orchestrate all manner of events that will be befalling our players today, starting with Rex Strider.
Hi, I'm Rex Strider. I will be playing Chomper, a fire-water type Fuecoco hybrid. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off over to Raharu.
Hey everybody, I'm Raharu and I'll be playing Paz, the solo water type Sobble. On to you, Gimund, can you speak? I don't think he can, so I'm to use him.
Hello, I am Razim, and I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu, an embodiment of ADHD. And also, I like Ido's suggestion of an alt title. Gullykin, seriously, we mean it.
Seriously, we mean it this time, we swear.
Because we technically haven't even arrived in Gullykin yet. There's still a journey to go. But off to Vane.
Hello, I'm Taldirus, and I'll be playing Vane, the dark flying type Murkrow.
And for the recap, go for it, Vane.
Alright. So, we had a couple of things happen last session, with, sort of finalizing the plans with gathering up everyone for the whole Demir transport situation, which included Chomper in character kind of like, opting out because, well, we're there to transport Demir for his execution, and Chomper kind of wanted to do other things. Besides that, it was, a little bit of a little bit of going around, doing some personal things. Squirrel went up to a roof to read his books and all that, and ended up sleeping up there on a technical hoard, which is still technically better than no hoard. And then we pretty much just we mostly just kind of ended up going back over to Homoa for the transportation. There was some conversations going on, but I mean that's mostly it. Demir was being kind of questioned by the Wade. I mean, it's not the most flavorful recap, but it was just a bunch of talking. As an alternate to combat, convo. I don't know if people want to actually go over their conversational topics, but it was mostly just a lot of conversation.
I don't think Squirrel had much.
He did not. After what he did at the beginning. What he did at the beginning is he just kind of relegated himself to the roof and then just remained there until it was time to leave.
Kind of vibed.
He was studying his books.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, he was asleep when he got poked by Pyro. But anyways, go for it, Enja. Let us
Alrighty
delay
then.
the arrival in Gullykin even further.
No.
I think we will actually get killed if we do that. Like, I think we'll actually just be summarily executed
Mayhaps
instead
so.
of Demir.
But I believe Wade was going to continue his speech. I don't believe their conversation was done.
Yeah. I began speaking at last week, and well, we had to stop. So I decided that I would just finish it up this when we came back. And I might as well just restart it for a little bit. It's not the thing that I'm gonna be re-saying is not that much. Yeah, after the last thing that that the Emir said, which was something along the lines of you who can never understand their grace, have wretched existence where you make your own choices only for them to turn to be futile because you can't see the big picture, splashing in a pond and remain dead, and shaping the lake and leaving a legacy. That was along the lines of what he said. And when Wade heard that, he was just silent for a few moments and then just began speaking. And this is what Wade is going to tell the Emir. You know, at some point I was very much content with my life. It was a very easy life. There was not much for me to worry about. I had a simple job as a cook and also making drinks. I lived in a single community. There wasn't much for me to worry or complain about. And then at some point all of that changed. Things became much more complicated. But it wasn't because of some sort of tragedy or anything like that. At some point, something great called to me. It beckoned to me. To find it, to reach out for it. I could have just ignored it and kept going with my simple life. But for some reason, I decided to heed it. Sometimes I still don't understand why. Perhaps some part of me did yearn for something greater, better. So, I can understand you to some extent. You desire to be better than what you were. Yet, where we very much differ is that I always had the choice to refuse. I could have ignored the call and remained a simple Pokemon. I cannot say much for your life before all this. Perhaps you were down on your luck. Perhaps you tried your best and it never panned out. In the end, though, you decided to just give up and let somebody else do the taking for you. I feel pity for you. Whatever legacy you claim to be shaping, it will never be in your name. Your own will has been subsumed and you simply act on someone else's behalf without thinking whether your actions are right or wrong. Yeah, that's it.
He's sitting there, and like you're starting to see twitches at the corner as he seems to start to properly and finally begin to freak out. You can't have it.
I can't have it.
What do you mean by what exactly do you mean?
The energy. You. How are you? Why? Why you?
Wade is just going to give him a bit of a smile. That probably looks much more smug than Wade is intending to give it. That is Wade's response to that. I see that you're not completely an idiot.
It's over. It's really over, isn't it?
Mm,
No, it's been over for a while now. I failed, and he's coming now. Even if I wasn't being taken here, it's over. I'm over.
Wade is going to find out that. Oh, is somebody else coming over to reprimand you for your failure?
Failure? No. Ever since I was caught, it was over.
Mm. Yes,
Then again,
your
it,
your
it
own
might have
decision.
been over since the magic harp.
Ah, so I see you're capable of self-reflection. Your own choices led you to all of this, you know. Although
He's
perhaps they weren't your own choices in the end. Considering the way you've been acting.
he's not going to go back without at least one body.
He's going to rub his chin. Who is this one that's seeking a body?
A nightmare.
A nightmare? You're not talking about somebody. No, that can't be. That doesn't make sense. What exactly are you talking about?
It's a premonition, rather. No, it's not intended to be a nightmare. Just a stern, hard warning.
Wade is going to nod. I see.
Laser. He's coming. And I won't be there to see what he does to you.
Wade is going to raise an eyebrow. Huh. I see. For one moment I thought you may actually be showing some sort of regret for what you've done. I see that you've just retreated to your delusions.
It's over for me. Maybe I have been used this whole time. But that doesn't mean that you're untouchable either. I don't know who you belong to.
I never thought
think they'll protect you. They won't. Not from him.
I never thought of myself as untouchable. Even if his grace can reach me, I will still prevail in the end. For I am not alone.
You will be. At some point in time, in some way, at some point, everyone is alone.
Ah. So that's what this nature is all about. I see. Huh. I suppose I should thank you for saying so.
Maybe it's just an act of spite. Send him my way. I always hated his smile.
If you hate him so much, how about you speak more about him? How about you base up some of that frustration? You might as well do so.
Roll persuasion, because he still hates you too.
They can pick who he hates more.
That is true. Oh, this is the wrong one. Sorry, one moment. How about body empathic persuasion or maybe forceful?
I'll accept it.
Okay. Body empathic. Oh wait, no, it's soul empathic persuasion. Sorry.
Roll for social.
Yeah.
Soul is for social, yes.
Yeah. Just need to get the thing. Let me roll that one.
You were saying?
Let me not roll that one. Okay, I am willpower in that. What the heck?
Yeah, fair enough.
I am so
You could
glad
take
that
it this way too. You could just.
that's true, but I mean,
He who.
nah. I want to reroll this because I feel this is important. And we did just got a rest, so damn. That's so polarizing.
Now
But
hold on, Greg. Tyson.
yeah, I can get rid of. What is the amount of soul dice that you have available again? Is it your primary
Equal
item
to your primary. Yeah.
divided by 3?
No.
Well, yeah, but like all of your primaries divided by 3. But if you look on your sheet, there should be something called the primary scale. That's how much it is, as well as in a resources boost per game.
Oh, okay, there it is. So I have 4 available. Okay, I'll use 3 of them.
Ooh. Aggressive move. Hey.
Ooh. Wait. Hey, an explosion. Ah, it was almost real.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
still makes it a 7, so like.
Yeah, 7 persuasion.
He's going to clench his jaw. And he's going to look across the group and like wonder. Me.
Are you saying something, D?
Hit me.
Hit you?
I can't just give up that easily. I go to them in the afterlife, you know.
Okay.
Where is Squirrel at this time?
I believe you're in the cart, or on top of the cart, or up at the front with the Tauros.
Okay. And where are they?
In the wagon.
Yeah.
Is Squirrel hearing
However,
this?
you are given a covered wagon for increased discretion.
So I guess it depends. It depends, because like Wade
You
wasn't
are
like
where you want to be. We never assigned positions.
yeah,
Fair.
and well Wade. Go ahead.
So the question is, would Wade have wanted privacy for this conversation?
That's a good question.
I don't think so, since it was the entire party and they know.
Yeah, I don't think Wade would exactly be private. Like he wouldn't want to be interrupted, but he wasn't exactly being quiet about it.
Yeah, he probably just doesn't want any tourist transport people like around for it, and like that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to have heard of it and would like to do something about it, I believe you could do so.
Squirrel will punch him.
Fair.
And Wade is going to bonk him bonking on the head with the side of his blade. Bonk.
Who is Wade bonking?
The mirror.
Okay.
He's bonking the same guy. He's just doing it.
Yeah.
Like the same time.
We needed a lot of you.
I mean, he could say that, but I'm just getting my sheet up to actually roll dice.
Ooh. This may change some things.
Squirrel's not exactly known for half measures.
That's right.
That's fair enough. But Wade is just hitting him with the side of his blade. He's not intending to actually harm him, just a bonk. So that reaction is fine. Or Wade at least.
Oh my goodness, Squirrel is giving him a proper wallop.
I'm using my
giving him exactly what he demanded.
I am casting Punch. That is literally the name of the move.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
So is that enough to crit?
Considering that he is bound up to hell, yes.
Wonderful.
His evasion is negative, were that possible.
It's not. It goes to 0 and that's it.
I'll just make this easier and 1.5 times dice. Nine.
.exe has successfully activated.
Ooh,
You give him a proper crack in the face.
There's so many sixes in there. No, I'll leave it at that.
You don't want to knock him out.
Are you sure?
Well,
I mean,
we're trying to interrogate him. It's hard to interrogate an unconscious person.
Yeah, we want him to talk, so...
Fine.
I mean, we don't like what he's saying, but we do need to hear what he has.
Oh, hey, I got a response from Rob. He might be showing up.
Holy, this is
Hooray.
the dankest dungeon.
Renasal59 tipped $5.
Ooh,
Hello
that would
there,
be
Ren.
important.
Thank you very much for that tip. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed.
Ah, I see we have the Renasal.
Yes, the renasal. He has supported.
Proper renaissance.
Hi, Ren.
And Gimund, thank you for that tip.
Gimund _ tipped $10. Tradition time.
Thank you for that tip as well, Gimund. That is the second tier of the tip goal completed. So yeah, what was his what's his actual response now that I've rolled the dice I was meaning to?
Different. Very different.
I would hope so. Because Squirrel might keep going if not.
I was about to say, Squirrel would just hit him again if it wasn't sufficient.
Yeah.
I won't give you his species, but I'll give you his name. Denacer. If you encounter someone named Nacer, you are in trouble.
You already gave us. You already gave me his name. Why won't you tell me his species?
That's overstepping. No, rather, his current name is Nacer.
How can you guarantee that he hasn't already changed his name? He definitely seems like somebody that works in the shadows in some form or another.
It happens on a basis at the end of the month. I was
See.
still in contact before.
I see.
Squirrel is going to pull out one of his weapons and just start sharpening it while looking at one of Demir's legs and just casually mentions, you know, there's a lot of different ways that we can make people suffer without actually killing them.
Sure. Don't I know it?
You already took his hand. I'm not sure going for the other limbs is going to make him squeak.
Well, no, but Sigmund reattached that.
Did he?
I thought he did.
I don't remember that.
I don't think he did. I think
Sigmund
Vane brought up that Sigmund could, but I don't think Sigmund ever actually did.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
think that. I don't think that. I don't think.
He never ended up doing that, but
You could bring up that
Very
it can be reattached.
He is also right there. Sigmund is with us on the trip.
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess you could bring out instead of that it could be reattached to do it over and over or something like that.
Well, that's all Squirrel's going to say.
Fair.
But others could lean into that.
I am glad that Chomper's inside of Floof right now.
Yes.
Chomper's having a lovely time, actually.
Huzzah.
This is part of the reason why we just went. Yeah, this is not Chomper approved activity anyway.
Yeah. Your name is Demir, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Let me ask you something. Are you remorseful at all for everything that has happened?
No. Can't say that I am.
Really? You're not remorseful for skinning alive a young Magikarp letting around a more or less brainwashed chosen that couldn't even think for himself for who knows how long, almost attacking an innocent arrow until you were stopped. You are not remorseful at all for anything for all of that.
I could lie if you want.
Wait, he's gonna shake his head. No, I don't need. I don't need you to lie. I'm just disappointed, you know.
I suppose I could say I'm also disappointed in my own situation, but for different meanings.
Why are you disappointed?
I'm disappointed that it's ending like this. But
Well,
fine.
fine.
There's more to say.
Wait, he's gonna let him speak.
The church usually employs psychic types, but they have a problem with dark types, as you can imagine.
Of course.
So sometimes they pick up people like him, and they pick up people like me to
Ah,
handle the dark types.
Lady Grisella needed some fighting types or perhaps some fairy types for her natural weakness. Is it?
Something like that is something.
No, yeah, that does make sense. So I suppose that something I should be looking for, some sort of fighting type or a fairy type.
Yeah.
Well, that is actually quite helpful. Thank you very much.
Mm. He's grumbling, but he did surrender information.
Wade is going to nod and just give a bit of a sigh. I know you're not actually remorseful for all of that you did. You're just upset that you ended up getting caught and ended up getting caught and didn't accomplish what you were set out to do.
Joke.
But if some part of you has if some part of you is capable of feeling remorse, you should probably try and exercise it right about now. Who knows? It might be able to save you.
Likely. But maybe.
When I say that, I do mean sincere remorse. Wade is going to sigh and he's just going to look away now.
Unfortunately, he's too much of a bastard.
Yep, Wade has realized that that's why he's disappointed. Also, hey there, Rob.
Wow.
He is here.
Yeah.
Rob.
Hey, Gimund, are you also here?
Yeah, he squeaked earlier.
Ah, fair. Maybe the two of you should do your intros now then.
Oh yeah, we didn't have you do that. Do it.
Hey, I'm Gimund, and I'm playing Pyroclast, the sometimes dark, sometimes ghost, fire Charmeleon. He is still Ghost Fire. On to the scrap.
Hello, I am Engineer Rob. I am playing Scruff, the ground ice type swine up. Back through the game.
Yeah. Well, whatchamacallit, Wade's interrogation is over now. He has gotten some useful info.
He has. He has done this.
Well, if no one else has any other questions for him.
Yeah, Vane isn't doing anything until it's like nighttime.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because it will be taking a whole last day to get there, so that
Yep.
includes overnight travel.
Yeah. I suppose if nobody else is doing anything else, when we do like make a rest stop, we would want to gather up the guys to like give out the information that he gathered from the mirror if anybody happened to not hear it.
Yeah, going over and making sure everyone's aware is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Are they actually like going to stop for the night, or is it just like they were planning on trucking through?
They'll ask if you want to make a stop. Air quotes dealer's choice.
Real quick, I would probably have something Chomper's doing, just so he's like existing, but honestly, it is not too much of anything, honestly. It's just the reason why he's not actually a part of any of these conversations.
Yeah.
Oh yes, completely.
Yep.
So you're
real
saying
quick, let's at least figure out the logistics of
Yeah.
just before we forget.
Sure.
So who's in favor of stopping for the night? Because we have dealer's choice, so
I'd say yes.
Ye.
all right. In that case, Vane will inform the tourist transport people that we'll make a rest stop for the night.
Very well then. They'll be stopping for the night.
All right. Well, now if Chomper's doing anything.
Yes.
Well, for the most part, not too much. You said Chomper's gonna be over there pretty much in the fluff. I'm guessing that's with Furryon, right?
Yeah, you were gonna go talk to Amari about something, but then you got sidetracked by Furryon. And in need of some good vibes, knowing that the rest of your team was going to do something rather distasteful, you kind of just accepted a good time.
Okay.
Just moping, doing nothing, thinking about nothing.
I will say Chomper's to the point where he's been doing that. Let's just honestly say, like, he has not been even talking too much. So obviously something's up with him. So he's just literally kind of just like cooped up in there, like someone would be like locked in their own room. So feel free for anybody, Furryon or any other person to kind of go up and ask Chomper what up. But Chomper's very much kind of avidly, like almost escaping into the floof.
It's a good place to be. But there will be a hand sort of reaching inside and like tapping on him.
Chomper peeks out of the floof. A little crocodile head just pokes out of golden floof.
It's someone you haven't seen in a very long time now, actually. Rather a duo. It's a pair of Zoroarks, one more gray and one more wide. In fact, you haven't seen them since the library. Since before squirrels incident.
Chomper's taking a moment to even recognize, like, hey, I remember you.
Hey, kid, what up? The larger Zoroark offers with a very friendly wave.
Chomper gives a wave in
Looks
return.
Looks like you're hardly working.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of doing something. I'm just kind of taking a bit of time to rest, I guess. Yeah.
Good enough.
What have you been doing?
Oh, we've been around, mostly. I've been keeping an eye on things, and my friend here has been making other friends. He will pat Atrano very firmly on the shoulder. Teams got expanded. I didn't even know he could do that, but alright, I guess I'll just have to clear this with the Academy later, don't worry about it. So, things have been tense with you. I thought they were pretty cool. I imagine things were getting better. You had a party. I didn't come, but like party.
Yeah, the party went good, and I think things are getting better with like a lot of us slowly. There's still stuff to work on, but I'm staying positive. It's just we're kind of doing something that is really bringing up some bad memories that I have not really gotten yet, and I'm trying not to think about it. So I've been just kind of here.
Ah, good old-fashioned repressing. I get it.
Jumper scratches the back of their head. I think I could use a little bit of that, seeing as I've been fighting all of my repressed stuff as of late. So, I just really want to focus on, who's in front of me and what's going on now. But there's something about what we're doing with Demir here that just feels very personal. And I am so mixed. Like, I wish things were better. At the same time, I get why why we're having to do this to him. I don't want it to happen. And also, I want to do something really bad to him myself, but also feel wrong about it. It's just a lot.
Well, there does just so happen to be something I have in mind that might be a bit more suitable for a delicate flower.
Jumper
You
kind of...
see, there were two people involved when it comes to Demir, now wasn't there?
Yeah, that's true.
And if one person is being handled by the rest of your team, what if you just handle the next person?
Yeah. I do wonder how they're doing. I haven't really had a chance to talk with either of them. Well, one, I don't want to... As much as I want to, I could already kind of sense that he really, really doesn't understand himself too much. And what he is very...
Do you?
Do I?
Do you understand yourself?
Oh, that's the thing. I'm still learning about myself too. It's just what I can sense from them is what they've decided is very bad, to say the least.
So go do something about it then. You're the persistence king from what I've come to understand.
I know. It's just
nosy, but positive. Don't worry about it.
someone like that needs a lot of time, a lot of patience, but when they are doing stuff that's hurting people, they kind of take away their own time and their own patience, and I feel like he's run out of time. I just don't feel good about it. Like I said, I'm scared of what I'd do if I was in front of him. I feel like I'd do the same thing everybody else is doing. Beating him up, torturing him, getting more info out of him before he dies.
No. The other one, Zevran.
Oh. Yeah. I think you're right. Maybe I should try. I just been just in my own head with too much stuff going on with this that I haven't been thinking about what I can do. Okay.
Clearly.
Jumper looks at his headphones for a moment, thinking about how it's so much easier just to tune out everything and just get in my own head for a while and try to just let it pass, but they shake their head. Okay. All right. I'll check them out. Are they even here? Sorry, I've been so much of my
They're over at Sigmund's house, but Sigmund left, didn't he?
Oh. Out of character. Anyone like like on the road right now to go somewhere away from heading away from Sigmund's house?
Technically, everyone else right now was in Hamoa and is moving towards Gullykin.
Yeah,
So,
you're in Dumber Boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah,
So, Jumper didn't even leave to go to the place, huh? Okay, got it.
No. Well, to be fair, like, he was going to and then got sidetracked. Wait, no, the Kid Panyas are still in Domoboy, so he wouldn't have even been going back yet because they haven't left Domoboy, as far as we're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Gotcha. Okay. I just had to get caught up with everything. In that case... Okay. Guess it'd be better than just staying cooped up in here. Although I gotta say, it's really nice in there. Very warm, very floofy. I could stay in there for like a week, but I wouldn't get anything done, so...
He nods in understanding.
Well, thanks for letting me know about that. Guess I'll go get something... Start doing something, I guess.
It'll be good for you.
Chomper smiles and then gives a pat to the big floofy room that Chomper was staying in for a while. Take care, Furryon, and I'll be back later.
Good luck, Chomper. I hope things go better for you.
Thanks. And it's good seeing you two again. Hope I can catch you again later. I might need to actually ask you about, if you know stuff about Aura.
Kind of, I think. He seems unsure.
Okay. I've been learning stuff about it, so I have a new move that I could use help on with that. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and go over there to, I guess, Sigmund's, huh? See you later.
Bye. Don't explode.
What? That a thing? Is it exploding season or something? I will
No,
try not to.
It's just that I can imagine that Sigmund's house just could explode.
Okay. Chomper waves and starts going.
I mean, I honestly don't think that I honestly don't think that his worries are unjustified.
I haven't had anything spicy lately, so I don't know why it would explode with me showing up, but all right.
Furryon just being concerned because it's Sigmund's house. He seems like he's the type that would just set a bomb behind the door if you open it the wrong way. So, shall we continue with Chomper then?
I mean, I'm down for it.
If that's what you want to do. I was just kind of giving an idea what he's doing at the time and whatnot. So
Yeah. Let's just say that you are allowed to retrieve Zevran. And Zevran is he's sort of a space cadet, for lack of a better term.
What do you mean by a space cadet?
Right, cadet, you say?
Head in the sky with no sense.
Ah,
That's the one.
Ah.
Unless he's talking about Space Cadet Pinball, of which I legitimately still have, and I'm opening right now.
Oh lord.
Okay.
I remember having space cadet pinball when I lived in Venezuela.
I found the file and re-downloaded it.
All right, so Chomper reaches Le Sigmund's house, goes inside, and Zephyrins is basically kind of chilling out over there from the sound of it.
Yeah. It seems not the easiest to get reactions out of him. He's in his own world. But he generally seems like positive and just responds with some amount of energy, like, but you have to like stand directly in his field of vision. Like if you talk from beside or next to him, he just doesn't respond.
Ah. Well, Chomper kind of approaches and just kind of settles down and have her way that Zephyrins settling down. I'm guessing they're probably sitting or something.
Yep.
Are they working on anything or messing with anything? What are they doing?
The twins have tried giving him a book. He is looking at it and he's turning the pages, but you can't tell if anything is being internalized.
So for all he knows, he's doing the. I've read 5 pages and I've absorbed 0% information.
Potentially.
Elba will be very sad about this.
And Chomper just kind of poaches up with a friendly, "Hey there, Zephyrin, right?"
He's going to blink and glance upwards. Hello.
Hey, I came in just kind of check on you, see how you're doing, just chat with you. You don't seem like you're really into that booktube art. Is it not that interesting?
Book?
Yeah, the one you're reading?
Book. Okay.
Yeah, book.
Yeah, no. This I believe, Chomper, you are beginning to see what I mean when I called him a space cadet.
Elba just Elba
He
just sniffed.
is
Elba just
out
sniffed in
there.
the background.
Yeah, you know, why don't you try, let's see. I doubt they have any games or anything over here. It usually gets me more excited at first. That's actually how I started reading those things, playing RPGs and stuff. You don't know what that is, though. Tell you what, hey, how about you just listen to this? And Chomper hands them their headphones. Put this on your ears. And Chomper's like pointing at their where their, non-existent ears are. Fun fact for anybody wondering about that lore-wise, just imagine it's just like bone, those bone headphones you can hear through vibrations. Sure, that's how it works. Don't think too much about it.
Don't think too hard about it. Don't think.
Yeah.
What
Chomper's
kind
gonna
of
make sure to put something that's more of a relaxing kind of almost lo-fi type deal on the headphones, and then hand over to Zephyr.
I was just about to ask, what kind of music is he going to be listening to?
Well, I believe we now we know.
Now we
Yeah.
know, yeah.
It's funny when my question gets answered before I even ask it.
It is.
But yeah, Chomper's offering the headphones and just kind of speaking still a little bit. I know with me, I sometimes got to be in a mood to read a lot of stuff. So unless it's something I really like, so maybe you just want to listen to some music and relax for a bit.
He'll nod.
Chomper hands
What?
them the headphones. I just imagine just holding
Yep.
and looking at it, like wondering what to do with it.
No. Surprisingly, he does engage with them properly, which
I'm
is
surprised.
slightly peculiar in its own right. Just
Oh. A reaction.
Chomper was just about to tell him, so you put that on your head. Oh, I guess you know how to use them already. Well, I guess you saw them on my head, so it kind of makes sense. Chomper's just kind of smiling, looking to see what kind of reaction they have to the music and whatnot. Seeing if it's any different than them reading the book.
now. His eyes drift apart before he just closes them and then grumbles something about Ashton.
Chomper almost heads tilts as they catch that. Chomper takes a moment to write something down. Chomper is gonna just let them listen to like the music for a bit till they, take an ear back or say anything.
He's going to hand them back and he seems more lucid than he did before. But he seems to just be watching you instead of saying anything. As if, like, almost wondering if he should trust you.
Chomper.
Oh, 100% not.
Why would you say that about Chomper?
He's just a boy.
I held back so much stuff about the idea of Squirrel dislimbing somebody and how that makes me feel, but I'll just take that with a grain of salt. Chomper not feeling, not really getting it, but also just trying to be friendly, simply goes, so, did you like the song? Seemed like it helped, made you remember about somebody. You said a name.
What's it like?
Wow, what like?
Being different.
I mean, that's a big question. That's ups and downs. It's nice to be your own self and you your own person. It's what you want to be. But sometimes people can be mean when you're different. They don't understand you. So, I guess it's both good and very hard sometimes. But it's definitely the right way to be. Because who wants to be the same as everyone else, right?
Might be nice.
I mean, look at you. You're your own person, right? I haven't really seen anybody quite like you around here.
Nope. And he's going to say that no with a frown. Because male Kangaskhan kid, he is decidedly unique. But he also doesn't seem to be very appreciative of his uniqueness.
Chomper kind of gets a bead on that and kind of feels like it relates to that one. I'm told that I'm kind of a unique person when it comes to my species. I think while I was in a new place, they pointed out how I think Fuecocos and Totodils, they don't necessarily look quite like this, and being a hybrid makes me kind of different. So,
Very much so.
I can imagine how you feel being, from what I looked into, Kangaskhan, right? Chomper waits for a moment, see if there's any response.
Not supposed to be here. I'm pretty sure of that now.
Who? You or me?
Me.
Oh? Why not?
I'm remembering things. I wasn't done yet. Where I was from. But we were... And he's going to grumble and rub his temples. Ugh. Sailing on a boat? We were going to pirates? Finding something?
Wait, what? So you used to be a pirate? Wow, I was just a regular thief. Yours is way cooler of a backstory than mine. Chomper's trying to just help them feel a little better about it. Give him like a little dorky smile.
I don't remember enough, but I'm not supposed to be here. Wasn't supposed to be there either. He's going to cross his arms and just seem confused with himself.
I'd say give yourself a bit of time with anything you're thinking about past stuff. I I can definitely say that for me, I haven't worked out how everything feels, and it kind of comes over time. I know I definitely felt. I definitely try not to worry about that, feeling like I belong here, because, well, I obviously kind of do and don't, depending on who says what. I mean, I'm a different species. I kind of got put into this place. All sorts of stuff saying that things are supposed to happen or not supposed to happen. Uh, I just think honestly, at the end of it all, it's kind of about who you're with and what you do with who you love and what you make of it. Because yeah, I think I understand what you're saying about not feeling like you belong. Because I'm getting kind of that kind of feel about even when I was, you know, a human myself. Didn't really feel like I belonged in places. But I don't think that means I didn't really belong anywhere. I just didn't know where to go. Maybe yours is kind of like that.
Huh. He's looking at you in a peculiar fashion. You can just say those words, huh?
Hmm?
You can just say that with a straight face, huh? Talking about love.
Yeah, I can try. That's how it starts. Gotta try to put the thought out there and just the idea. It's really complicated, that word. It means a lot of different things to a lot of people, but at the end of it, it's just honestly, it's about caring for one another and trying to, you know, do the best you can to help people be happy. Simple as that.
I remember that I had a girlfriend. She
Oh,
was my girlfriend after she paralyzed me and robbed me, though.
oh, sounds really complicated.
She couldn't figure out how to. She forgot that she needed me to work my own boat, so it was kind of awkward when we went back to the boat and found her there trying to leave with it.
Jeez, what whatever happened to her?
I don't remember, but I think I wanted to bite her face off. I didn't do that. I wouldn't have been. We wouldn't have tried again if that happened.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't either. It would have kind of been very awkward for the rest of the boat trips.
Oh yeah, I think I was impressed actually. I think I just said no. No, I was impressed, but I don't remember what I said. Other than good execution, poor finish.
Hmm.
Elva is just in the background listening intently, looking concerned but also impressed.
I think I was more interested. But then I also wanted to push her in the water. I was a little mad about it because I couldn't think of a sufficient way to pay her back, other than to just tell her to work hard when she joined my team. That's right, she was a client.
She was a client? A client to a pirate?
I wasn't a pirate.
Oh, sorry.
It's just most of the world was water.
Oh. I think I'm understanding what you're saying.
Oh no, it's a world post Kyogre takeover.
And were you a human back then?
No. But yes?
No,
Huh.
but yes?
Are
What?
there hybrids then?
No.
Hmm.
I was a human. And then I went there. And then I'm here. Air quotes. This world stole a chosen that was already mid mission.
Yeah.
Elba is
This
going
world.
to blink when he hears that and just look kind of astounded. Wait, are you a chosen from another Pokemon world?
Oh, hey, Elva.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that's what you are. You don't sound like this a human, and you sound like you were already doing chosen stuff before you became a chosen here. Huh.
I've not heard of a situation like this before.
I'm pretty mad about it, actually. I thought I was making good progress.
This is
I want to go
unprecedented.
back and finish doing the thing that I was doing before.
Well, that's a bit of an issue.
I need to step away for a few minutes. Be back soon.
Okay. Usually, if you really desire to go back to your world, that would be enough to begin some sort of ability to let you go back, but that is usually for the people that are coming here originally from another world that wasn't a Pokemon world. I never heard of a situation where there's a chosen of another Pokemon world mid mission being taken by our world. I don't know how that would even work.
Oh, I'm stuck, aren't I?
I wish I could tell you that it wasn't so, but I'm honestly not sure. I mean, the best thing that I could think of is that, I mean, there's probably some sort of mission that you are being set to do here. Then perhaps completing it may let you go back to your world.
Yeah, we've talked to people that seem to have a lot of power and whatnot. I wouldn't say it's impossible. Trump was thinking for a moment about like how what he was just doing and hanging in the Arcanine's floof and not really doing anything. I will say, while it's really easy just to kind of sit somewhere and do nothing, just let stuff pass, might be good for you to maybe move around and start, working on yourself, checking out the world and seeing what you can do to kind of get back if that's what you want to do. And if that's the case, well, if you need any help, you can always hit me up. I'd like to be your friend.
Oh boy. Okay. Zevran, I think.
That is the name that you gave us while you were not exactly all that conscious. I'm glad that you seem to be thinking more straight now.
If you want, be called something else. I'm all for it. Is that what you want to be called? Zephyr, Zeffy, Zeph.
I had another one, but I think it was a bad name. So I'm not gonna talk about it.
Hey, it's up to you. I mean, you're in a new world. You can make any name you want to. I kind of came up with my name on the fly.
Do you remember my name by any chance? I doubt it since I told it to you while you were all loopy and stuff. I may as well just reintroduce myself. Hello there. My name is Elba Rhoda. Elba for short.
He's going to nod slowly. Elva.
Elba
Okay.
nods.
Can remember that. So, what's your deal then?
Is he asking that to Chopper or to Elba?
He's asking that to Elva.
Ah. My deal? Well, I'm the leader. I'm the leader of an explorer team called Team No Worry.
Huh.
Although I suppose at the moment we're Team No Worry is on a bit of a download. Some concerning stuff occur, and at the moment I found myself in living in a new location.
Okay. And he's going to look at Chomper. Show me around.
No, sure, I'd be happy to. That's actually why I'm here. Just hang out with you.
Ah,
So, what kind of things do you like? All I know now is that you're not a pirate, and well, you don't seem to like to read too much.
What?
Nah, I don't know if you were reading any of that book. What kind of things do you like?
Does money count?
Actually, yes. Although a lot of the things that do when you like money is not something that people like. Like, let's go gambling, which,
dang it.
There's funner and easier ways to get money, like money matches and fighting and challenge games and stuff. That's the best way. But
God, it's been a while since I thought about that stuff.
You are able to get money in this world, which is I believe you're talking about poke by, well, you can get it from doing jobs, but I mean you are a member of the guild. You should be able to earn money by taking jobs from the guild.
Well, if you want, we can go ahead and try one of those jobs and talk more and earn some pokey that way. Maybe use it to spin on trying some stuff. Maybe find out what else you like. There's a lot of things to do around here.
Maybe. I guess.
Hey, sounds like a deal. Let's go try stuff. Trumper smiles, finally like doing something that's kind of taking his mind off, but also feeling productive at the same time, and hopefully helping Kangaskhan.
Ah. Hey, Chomper. Real nice job there.
Huh? Oh. Chomper scratches the back of his feathers a bit.
I'm not entirely sure how you did it, but I've been trying quite a few things, trying to see if anything would get him lucid, and it seems that your headphones did the trick for some reason.
I mean, honest, I just kind of just stopped a bit and listened to him. I kind of noticed he wasn't really into, no offense, the books, and sometimes he's got to be in the mood for the books, and sometimes a bit of music can help open you up and just relax you a bit. He kind of did everything himself. Honestly, if you ask me, it just kind of feels like he just talked to me naturally, which, I guess I'm being friendly. But
if only Lap has his headphones, maybe I would have thought of that. but I didn't have access to any to that.
I don't know. This felt little. I don't know, like he just wanted to talk to me for some reason, but I don't know what. I'm not really good at reading people, but I definitely can feel when there's something else there.
Well, if you guys are gonna go, then go ahead and have fun. If you see Lap and Bex out there, say hi for them to me, and that to not be out for too long.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do my best not to be too much. I feel like he needs a little bit of just slower talking until he's comfortable. That and probably be good for me too. Been a lot of things going on.
Elba gives a thumbs up or flip her up.
Take care, Elva. I'll probably poke you soon. I really want to try to help. Maybe you talk to Squirrel sometime.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a real bummer how things left off with you two. You two used to go on a lot of adventures, right?
we did.
Hmm.
We had one real big adventure. You know, that despite all the ups and downs that happened in that location, there were a lot of downs. No, don't get me wrong. I was more or less, I wouldn't say okay, but I wasn't exactly. I was in some form of content state, you could say.
Hmm.
There was a lot of things wrong, a lot of things that needed fixing, but I felt like eventually that it could be possible to do. But then things just became even more wrong.
Jumper takes both of his headphones off. He had one still on, but he took one of them off as he's just looking at Elva. I hear ya. Oh, hey. I think things will be okay. I mean, probably the reason he reacted that way is because he really cares about what you think and, cares about you. So when you were kind of telling him how he did the assassin stuff wrong, maybe that kind of got to him a bit. Maybe I'll just need to talk. Who knows? I just know that,
Perhaps I did wanted to talk with him more because I could see that he was upset, but I never got the opportunity to. And now he doesn't really seem like he wants to talk to me, so can't really do anything about that.
Chomper nods. Yeah, it's hard to talk to Scroll sometimes. He gets really focused on his own thing, and sometimes if he'll get just overdone with a lot of things at once. But I still think you should keep trying. Just try another day, a little bit slower, at a time that's less going on. But hey, you became friends in the first place, right? Why can't you make up?
Does he want to?
I think he does. I just think he's really focused on the things that are in front of him.
Okay then. I suppose we'll see. I do appreciate what you're trying to do, though. Believe me, I do.
Chopper
Now,
nods.
now enough about that. Go ahead and have some fun.
You enjoy reading your books and have fun whatever you do too. I'll see you later.
Nobody's going to not.
And Chomper meets back up with Zephyrin. to, I guess, go and check out the area and see what they run into. What jumps out at us? While going towards maybe a job board. So, and they're just chatting as they go, ending with like, so tell me more about this not pirate stuff, because I used to be a thief myself back in my blah 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 blah. Also, fighting games are pretty neat, but blah 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 blah. Chomper has stopped the filter of listening and is now yapping a little bit as they walk, but will like be quiet if they get talked to.
Chomper yapping?
Yep.
He doesn't really seem to talk a whole lot about the world, but apparently, if you don't have a boat, you get shot to places in a cannon.
You get to be shot from a cannon? Wow. That
Do
is...
not do that here.
No, I haven't got shot from a cannon once. I just got thrown into a tree by a dude, but not from a cannon. Man.
Oh.
Man, maybe we can find a cannon somewhere. Wait, that's probably not safe. I don't know if the rules are different in your thing, but maybe I should ask that, because cannon fire doesn't seem to be that safe. But it's so cool. Tell me more. Is it like jet
And I
propelled,
believe they're
air-
going to be very occupied with each other for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
As every now and then he calls Chomper the wrong name.
Oof,
Calls him
ouchie.
Ashton.
Ah.
Ah.
Chomper is not correcting him at the moment.
See,
Simply-
Chomper,
Simply taking note of that and getting a moment of thinking about their brother as they continue just to enjoy the day with them and try to give Zeph something to take their mind off everything that's happened, mainly due to how terrible all this has been for Zeph. But in doing that, they are also taking their mind off what is going to be happening with a certain other person very soon.
Fair. Well, at least it's something to focus on, as he is very confused with most things and doesn't even recognize Poke. Nor the fact that it can just coins can just meld into each other. Sort of reminds you of your first day.
Yeah. Chomper through Zeph is actually just kind of experiencing, back before all this other stuff kind of bagged a lot of the wanderlust of the being in a Pokemon world for the first time. Chomper's just kind of enjoying that through Zeph again and kind of getting their hype back about it.
Alright, and meanwhile with the other team, eventually 'tis nighttime, and the wagon comes to a halt. As it's time to sleep, and then arrive in the morrow.
Yep.
Yeah, before we head to bed, Wade is going to be gathering people up just to relay the information that he got from the mirror. He's going to say, so it seems like the Lady Cresselia of this world is going to be is likely going to be sending somebody higher up in the chains to. Well, at first it was likely going to be dealing with the mirror and his failure, but now we might be being targeted by him.
Veda's giving Wade a look that's like between angry and a glare.
Wade blinks as Bane looks at him that way.
I'm going to give you one chance to correct how you're addressing Cresselia around me.
I'm sorry. so the Cresselia of this world is sending somebody else to deal with the mirror, and all we know that his name is Nacier, I believe, and he might be a fighting fairy or bug type, because he specifically he's one of those specific members that is meant to be dealing with dark types.
I am back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. You just got back to Bane kind of glaring at way for addressing Cresselia as Lady Cresselia.
With any measure of actual respect.
I was wondering about that. Good to know.
Yep, basically, Wade went Lady Cresselia around Vane, and Vane was like, I'm giving you one chance to cut that shit out right now.
Wade was accidentally being respectful towards Cresselia.
Next, you should try saying Lord Arceus around Sigmund.
Hey, give him a break. He comes from a world where the gods are actually decent.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just
I know.
Vane will roll his eyes at you doing that to anyone except for Cresselia.
Yeah, fair enough. Understandable, actually.
And Vane is just gonna go, alright, well that is good to know and have at least some measure of confirmation. There is a chance that he's lying about it, but honestly, I don't really see what he gains by putting us on guard at this exact moment. Maybe the details are false, but the warning's probably legitimate.
That's what I was thinking as well. And definitely seems like a confession of defeat of some sort.
I am not going to, under any circumstances, accept someone's confession of something as true just because they were defeated.
That is fair enough. I'm just saying that the information is useful regardless, and if nothing else, it makes sense. It's just something to watch out for either way.
I mean, honestly, if one of them decided to attack the party already, it's not like it's likely they're gonna stop.
He also mentioned something. He also mentioned something about being alone, and I imagine that this Nasirian beetle pretty much works on waiting until somebody is alone to do whatever it is that they do.
Well, I guess people are going to have to avoid situations where they're regularly alone.
Indeed.
Unless he's just following us around, though, I don't think it's a problem if we're occasionally alone, but
yeah,
if you are, be on your guard, I guess.
Wait, nuts.
Scruff, I know you like going off and checking out things by yourself fairly regularly, but at least until we figure out and confirm about this situation, would you mind not doing that as much?
Stay with the party. Alright.
I guess you don't have to at all times, it's just you kind of regularly go out and do that, and that doesn't exactly seem the safest at this moment.
I sad but fair.
I guess if you do go alone, try and make sure that it's at least in a public area.
Alright. So like the guild hall or the Smithing School or the market, it's like out in front of people.
Yeah, just stick to the towns mostly.
I can do that.
Although, I guess, considering where Demir was being held, we should probably be careful around Hamoa currently, if this is true, because... Well, if he was supposed to be the one to collect Kaza, then he's probably around Hamoa somewhere. That or Domovoy, because Zevran. So, Domovoy and Hamoa is probably where we need to be the most careful.
Kaza will admit that if this is the case, they're a little anxious for Chomper. But Sigmund will counter and say that the twins are there, and this is their chance to earn some brownie points. Use an assassin to find an assassin. Domovoy's fine.
And it
This
is rather public.
This is in front of Squirrel.
Yeah.
Sigmund doesn't mind saying that, but a squirrel no.
He gives a sniff at the mention of the twins being helpful at all.
So I do have to probably bring up one possibility that we should probably be aware of.
Go ahead.
You just said that Cresselia basically has other typed Pokemon to kind of cover her weaknesses.
Yeah. When it comes to dark types, their weaknesses are the fighting types, the bug types, and the fairy types.
What's to say a psychic type isn't accompanying them, allowing them to teleport places?
That is completely possible. Yes. Although not all psychic types know teleport, it is something that they can inherently learn easily.
Also, didn't he mention something about the guy generally working alone?
I believe so.
Something of the sort, but doesn't mean that it couldn't be that the individual couldn't use some sort of teleportation and then be on his way.
That's very true. But I guess that's more of a problem if we're frequenting areas and we're making habits and schedules of things. Either that or they're somehow observing us. And probably when we're alone, we'll have to be a bit more careful about that. But Sigmund, no one's just hanging around trying to observe us, right?
No.
So I think we're probably fine for now. But we've been spending a lot of time in Domovoy, so we should be careful when doing probably any sort of the localized patrol missions that take us out if we're doing any sort of solo or low population missions.
Not.
Got it.
Yeah.
Either that or they have some method of tracking us, but maybe they have a method of tracking Demir, but well, it isn't like we're going to be keeping him around, so
Yeah.
hopefully they just go off towards Gullykin as his last known location.
Hopefully. So, do we want to do watches then?
At the very least, we should have people watch Demir.
I'll observe him. Anyone is free to join me.
I could go. I could join your first watch.
I was going to be asking you questions, but I guess I could just take a watch and do that too.
All right.
I recently actually picked up a vessel and was working on some things with that, so if you're going to be hanging around and actively answering questions, I might as well question you about a couple things.
Sure, go for it.
But I could just take a watch and do that and be actually efficient with my time. Anyone else want to take a watch?
I'll take a third.
Oh, you guess I'll take fourth then.
What was that? We're
I
sounding
guess
very
I'll
muffled.
take fourth. I guess I'll take fourth then.
Well, that gives us a full night shift.
All right. So, first watch, perception rolls.
Perception rolls. Can I go body instinct perception with Wade?
I'll allow it.
Nice.
First watch is uneventful. Though it is interesting still being around Fennec and Sigmund,
Indeed.
who is calling himself Ari for the sake of some kind of cover story.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, on to second shift.
A generous bestowal.
Ooh.
Taldarius tipped $15. Tier time.
Thank you for that tip, Tal. And that is the third tier of the tip goal completed.
Oh boy.
Your time.
So,
Anyway,
is there anything
Vanal.
you want to do, or shall we move on to second shift?
Say that again.
Anything you want to do, or shall we move on to second shift?
Oh, there is something that I wanted to ask Kaza, since Wade is doing it with Kaza.
Oh no, it was Sigmund that was offering.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Since he doesn't sleep very much.
Oh, that's fair enough. No, okay then. Yeah, nothing in particular.
All right. Ooh.
Sigmund is staying up.
All right.
Nothing of merit.
Cool. Vane is going to go, "Hey, Sigmund."
Yep.
You know, I was wondering, I know that you're capable with illusions. Would you mind giving me a bit of a practical demonstration?
Sure. What do you want to see?
Well, it's more what I want other people to see. I have decided that I would prefer to have a private conversation with Demir here. But in case anyone checks in, it's probably for the best if they still think all of us are still sitting here.
He'll nod and raise a paw. You've got half an hour. 10 feet over in that direction is let's call it a muted zone. Past a certain point.
If I motion for you, it's because he might need some treatment.
Got it.
And Vane is just going to yank him over into the designated area.
Demir is waking up at being handled very roughly.
Yep. And then Vane is going to go, now, we didn't get a whole lot of time to talk before. And to be completely honest, I'm not actually all that interested in what you have to say. But there is one thing that I'd like to tell you. Demir, I think you're having delusions of adequacy. And I would like to break those delusions of yours.
Talking about delusions. How dare you?
Like I said, delusions of adequacy. And that's probably a good place to cut to black on that.
Oh boy.
Hey, at least he'll be alive at the end of it. And visually undamaged.
Fair enough. Have a nice day. Honestly, leaving it to cut to black adds a lot more to the imagination on what could be going on, but awesome.
Delusions of adequacy. Now that's a
Jeez.
blow.
Delusions of adequacy, yes.
Well, do you really want Valdarius to describe it?
No, it's
No.
not. I literally just said yeah, that's gonna leave a lot more to the imagination, and also so that is where it's going. Cool.
At least the guy
All
will be
right.
dead at the end of Vane's time with him. He still wants to pass him off to Esther.
All right, third shift. Third shift.
All that Vane is gonna say to Pyro is just, it seems he's having some nightmares.
Pyro's just gonna look over. What's his current state?
Oh, he looks fine, though it seems that the straitjacket seems to have been repaired.
Look with your special eyes.
I mean, you could. Look at the picture. See the piece of bone removed. God, that's one of my favorite unhinged rants.
Noted. And he's gonna head to the watching area.
Yep. It's time for third shift.
I'm just going to do the whole quote real quick just because it's hilarious. Look at the picture. See the skull, the part of bone removed. The master race Frankenstein radio controls, the brain thoughts broadcasting radio, the eyesight television, the Frankenstein earphone radio.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious.
I'm actually, here, I'm just going to write out the full quote just because it is one of my favorite unhinged rants.
Unhinge.
No, it's just legitimately unhinged.
And what is it from?
Hold on 1 second. There's the quote. I'm gonna have to look up the name again, though. But yeah, Francis E. Deck. He basically had like a bunch of insane schizophrenic like writings and stuff. So this is literally someone's like schizophrenic rambling.
Fair enough.
Alrighty then.
A generous bestowal.
Oh,
Raharu95 tipped $15.
Thank you so much for that tip, Raharu. Almost there to the full tip goal.
alright, something is happening.
$5 reduce.
Not quite there
Something's
yet.
happening. An event.
Pyro,
Yeet.
how are you keeping watch?
It's probably sitting on the ground, looking around, maybe getting up to check the area occasionally, with Edge on his back.
Fair enough. Then you would see Sigmund get up and start walking back towards the wagon.
Pyro's gonna
And-
follow.
Begin kicking Demir in the head.
Oh.
Oh, what are you standing there for? Help me.
And so commenced the scene from JoJo Part 4, Golden or whatever it's called. They just start curb stomping the dude together. Bonding!
Does Pyro engage?
Probably not.
Sigmund kicks his forehead alone. The look of distress increases.
Well then.
Well, the look of distress on Demir's face, rather.
I don't think I'll be interfering with that.
A box pops up on the top right of your screen. Chomper will like that. The Baldur's Gate box disappears.
Gracilia is trying one last thing, though. Let's just say it won't be a peaceful dream that she tries to enter if I keep fucking with him like this.
That's Sigmund saying that?
He is.
Wait. She's actively still trying to mess with him?
She's probably trying to put a Gios on him to make him say some wrong information or just go fucking nuts. You know, completely scramble his head. He's probably
Lovely.
aware that he spilled.
there a way to cut him off?
There is, but there is a way to get her stuck longer than she wants to be. Air quotes, we can inconvenience her as of this moment. So if you would, raise your leg and bring it down on his forehead anytime now.
You know what, Edge? You want to go and do that?
I'll give it my best swing.
Smart, actually.
How do I
Let's-
help without having to kick a sleeping, defenseless prisoner? Edge.
Fair.
Here, put me next to his head, and I'll say I'll say the most rancid words I can think of.
Pyro's immediately doing that.
It's just Marten.
It's just-
Edge is putting the entirety of his terrible lexicon to work. You can watch in real time as Demir's face contorts slightly. Huh. How about that? Less fun, but okay.
You know, in a way, I think it's more fun, though.
I don't think you're changing Sigmund's mind on the fun levels of kicking a zealot in the head.
True, but there's a certain satisfaction about hearing one be outworded.
Sigmund takes out his knife and tosses it skywards. It comes back down on top of the wagon, but for a brief moment, you can smell a lot of sugar very suddenly. It's almost burning caramel, thick, but then it is gone. Ah, bitch.
Mhm.
All right, we're done. You can pull away now. No, I've only gotten on to page 17 of my thesis. I enjoy a captive audience. See, so he wishes he was dead. I understand.
Edge is having the time of his life. Of his own life, rather.
There are times when he can be of benefit.
So, does Edge have a 2-hour thesis with a half-an-hour interesting side tangent?
Yes.
God, I hope other people get that reference. I know I showed some of you it.
Anyway, Pyro's kind of curious, and he's gonna look at the knife Sigmund drew with his sight to see if he can get anything.
All right. First, make me a perception check.
The integrity comes later.
Yay, life choices.
Sigmund uses this object to specifically fuck with a god. Pyro, I'm gonna look at that.
Excellent.
Great job, Pyro.
Yeah, I'll steal that one.
All right, we have a 6. As expected, yes. give me that integrity now.
Cunning, and then integrity. Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna use a vigor.
Okay.
Probably a good decision. Good on you.
That brings it to 5. Alright. So you remember looking at Edge, right?
Yep.
Alright, he might as well be an energy-saving light bulb, or the sun is 5 feet away from your face.
So it's just a huge black hole. Got it.
You flashbanged yourself. You flashbanged yourself.
Act.
As Sigmund goes to retrieve and wipe off his knife.
Pyro's rubbing his eyes.
How did you do?
I saw Edge 100 times brighter.
A compliment or
Pyro's just pointing to the knife Sigmund has.
oh, yeah, no, not a great idea to try and look at this thing unfiltered. This is refined adamantine.
Adamantine?
Literally indestructible.
That some sort of dungeon metal?
No, it's not a metal you'll find anywhere. The craftsmen that I commissioned this from spent the entirety of their lifespan working on this thing, and they cursed me out when they were handing it over.
Oof.
Yeah. Consider a metal that is known to be indestructible. Tell an expert craftsman I want a condensed, refined version of that. They had to make tools just to even smelt it.
Yeah, when traditionally working with that sort of stuff, I think you need, like, hardness similar to it.
Yep. Which was not feasible. But eventually they found some way. Just took about 80 years. And by 80 years, I meant the process of melting it, working it, and whatever else they did. I don't know. I didn't stick around.
Huh. Pyro's now gonna look at Edge with his sight. Has it improved at all?
Your vision is still blurry, but he looks almost modest at this point. In that you can look at him.
Is he still like a light bulb?
But it was a light bulb next to... But it was a light bulb next... But now he is the light bulb next to a floodlight.
I'm just imagining it's like the same thing as when you walk inside for the first time in a while and you're used to a bright sunny day and everything looks so dim even though the lights are perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, question. I don't really know much about my, sight thing, but recently it's sort of, changed, and that I can see more specific things.
I could try giving you a checkup, but but I'd probably only be able to examine your general health and state of being and be able to tell you if you ever had a nicotine addiction.
Well, I know it's kind of a magic related, which is why I kind of asked.
Well, from what I've come to understand, it seems that it's not quite in control yet. But you do seem to be connecting with your AI. So,
Wait, you know
It's
about
being-
that?
I read your mind, don't worry about it. It saved me some time.
Fair.
Your vision has been enhanced ever since you made contact with Bean, yes?
I think around that.
And he's the observation module, so of course your vision improved.
Yeah.
Which means if there was someone to ask, it would probably be him.
Yep.
But there's also the storage module and the repair module. Theoretically, meeting with the rest of the two should bring you back to full functioning capacity with everything accessible and at full power.
Yep. Still very curious on what split them apart.
Can't say. I never tried to give Bean a diagnosis.
Integrity is at 33% last I checked.
Even metal decays.
Yeah.
But if records are to be believed, those guys have been here for thousands of years.
Yeah, which is actually a pretty good lifespan considering that.
Yes, they've been keeping themselves in good shape. He then pauses, relatively speaking.
Yeah. Two of them I better keeping up in shape, but I'm worried about Noir.
Ah, yes, Mr. Self-Repair.
He's probably at 100% integrity, but his mental state might as well be. I'm worried about that.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
But right now, I'm glad I was able to narrow down Alex's location.
So you're really going to Etra then?
Kinda have to if I want to save him.
And that means I have to come with you.
Huh?
I was assigned to your merry little group. If you are bringing along Team Chaos.
Plus, there's at least 2 locations I want to explore in addition to that, but there might be some other locations the others might be interested in there.
I am going to be letting you fight your own battles, though.
Yeah, fair. Plus, I think Squirrel would be interested in one of the locations too.
Actually,
And I'm just rambling at this point. Should probably wake up Scruff. Now, where is Scruff?
somewhere. I'll get him.
Thanks.
Go to bed.
Pyro's heading back to bed.
Got a bad Joker.
I was about to commend you on your restraint there.
Yeah, I was wondering when that was coming too.
I giggle.
Sometimes people are predictable. It's okay.
Oh, I
Don't worry,
agree.
that'll be on your bingo.
You know, yes it will.
Eep, y'all. Okay. Lastly, Scruff, I believe. It is your turn for a watch. Scruff?
So I'm counting out my dice.
You're doing what?
Counting out my dice.
Ah.
He's very quiet today.
He is very quiet.
I don't think you know, but I think he's quiet.
Impressive.
Nice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 12. Scruff sees all.
All right.
For some reason, you are very muffled, Rob.
Yeah, you're like very quiet and muffled. Making it
Try
very hard to
turning
hear.
off this, but I feel like it drives them up the wall more. Because that will detect everything. It might be filtering out because I have my laptop was overheating, so I turned my fan up.
So
it
we
might
can't
be
hear anything right
filtering
now,
out the-
so.
Well, it might be filtering out the fan and like my voice. I don't know.
Well, I'm saying right now, if you've turned it off, we can't hear anything right now.
No, I haven't turned it off. The fan is still going.
Well, now you're just a lot louder.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But
thank you,
it
laptop.
sounds like he's talking louder rather than...
Well,
This
yeah,
is
but
as
louder's
loud-
louder. If he's
this
louder,
is
then
as-
he's louder.
This
Change
is as
title
loud
to
as
Scruff
I
has
am-
audio issues and everyone keeps talking about it.
I mean, this is also a tabletop game. Literally the only thing we have is audio.
I'm saying, because I want to hear the things that Scruff's doing.
Me too.
If I can't hear Rob, I don't know what Scruff's doing.
Me too, and I'm gonna let you know about it.
Fine, I've turned off my noise suppression. You get to deal with clicking now. Is this better?
You're less muffled.
Still less
You're kinda
muffled, but
quiet.
still quiet.
I can't talk any louder. It's like 2:40 a.m. This
Are
is
you able to turn
my
up
norm-
the Discord?
This is loud as I normally talk.
For some reason, your mic is quieter because I've got you at 200%.
Do you have your input volume at 100%?
I haven't fiddled with it.
It should be at 100% then.
Be surprised,
My
though.
input volume is 100%.
On Discord or on your actual computer? Because sometimes
On
you gotta do it on your
Discord.
computer. Okay. Make sure you check your computer settings when you get a chance. Because I had to change my mic. That was why I was so quiet for a long time. My actual mics, like the hardware in the settings on the computer were like at 70 or 60% for some reason.
That's-
Don't know what happened. It was an update that did it.
Alright, let's go into sound settings.
Manage sound devices.
Okay, yeah, my input volume was at 80.
Oh, God!
I
Oh
knew
my
it.
god.
I knew it. So you want to adjust that to where it's not too loud because now it's like really loud, as you can obviously hear from the old guy.
Yeah, just like
so
bump it
turn
up
down
like
a little bit.
tiny bit from where it was.
Yeah, and then all of you adjust your audio to be not 200%, and then
Well,
we'll
yeah, but
Is this better?
Say that again.
Is this better?
I'll take that as a no.
Slightly louder.
it's yeah, go slightly louder.
Go further beyond
Okay,
this
how
outro.
about this?
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Okay.
I just imagined like this whole time there's been a scruff really far away, and then all of a sudden there's just giant scruff speaking into the mic.
He just gets enlarged. He went Megla.
Okay, I went into my
Down to
sound
max.
settings. It was set to 86%.
Scruff
Yeah,
is
had a feeling.
actually
It's-
like
it's-
10 feet tall.
Now
We
it's
just haven't
90%.
realized that because he's just been, like 100 feet away.
I mean, funny
Yeah.
you should say that about stuff, but we'll get to that eventually.
Happy to help. Going back to being muted. Continue, Scruff.
Yeah, no, Scruff. Scruff is awake, and you know what? I was going to say he woke up before his shift. He is attached to the nearest surface, be it wall or ceiling, and he is aware of everything. Wow. The 12 I rolled was for perception, so Scruff has just been on like the ceiling watching.
We have the digi.
Do we?
You do. So,
Oh, we do.
you see a lot. Actually. As it seems to be getting towards the end of the night, and you've never seen a Fennekin chain smoke before.
You haven't? Weird.
Sorry, leave it.
But he is going to ask you a question. A very important question. So, you ready to start seeing things?
What do you mean?
Your vision's shit, isn't it?
that do kind of make sense. They can feel through the ground, and I can smell it.
That is something that can be fixed, you know.
Scruff squints
And
up
I don't
at him
mean
in
with glasses.
bleary-eyed confusion. Yeah, Scruff squints up at him in bleary-eyed confusion. What?
Your bad vision. You weren't born with it, you know.
Oh! You didn't know it was broken. You thought that was just how it was.
No, it's not.
Oh. Oh no, hang on. I came here like this, so I will.
I'm in a good mood, though.
Seeing clearly, but
Remember the conversation that Wade and Scrub were having 2 sessions ago?
yeah.
I'm in a good mood, though. So, you want to see?
You know, I think I might.
Right then. Lucky for you, I just happened to get my hands on a whole lot of energy. Thank you so kindly for your donation. Now I'm gonna ask you to open wide.
Alright. And Scruff will open his eyes as wide as they ever have been. It's a normal look. And
You can react. Both of your eyes have been slashed.
What?
And it is terribly discomforting as he has dragged the blade across your face.
Ow!
Oof, ouchie.
I am so glad I'm not immersed in this right now. Dear God. I am playing a game. I am playing a game. My eyes did not get slashed. Alright, cool. Continue.
And everything is now blurrier.
Probably red.
Scruff yelps quite loudly, actually. Well,
Wait a minute. Blink. Start blinking and keep blinking.
Alright.
Oh god, the visual. I'm just imagining this blood everywhere and just blinking. They're just flying all over the place. And God, Sigmund is the epitome of.
Chopper.
I swear, Sigmund's the epitome of like, all right, here we go. We're gonna get your. All right, it's done. Oh, what? Yep, it's done. Bye.
I kind of understand because he's a healer, so if it is actually damaged, he can repair it easier. But ow!
Oh no, it makes total sense for like a doctor or somebody who's healing but doesn't want to deal with the social aspect. So he's all about the. Alrighty, so you're missing a tooth. All right, come into my office. All right, you ready to start? Yeah, I'm ready whenever. All right, it's done. Wow! Just pulls it right out.
Gruff, you
like,
keep at this.
Like, scrunched up
you
and
keep
he's
at this for an agonizing almost 5 minutes, but something is peculiar. As by the end of it, well, you do need something to pat your face dry, and a lot of water. You are very thirsty now. But things seem a lot less blurry than they did before. In fact, things have a defined shape.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh. Oh, you're kind of swishy.
I'm going to ignore that. As Sigmund briefly considers blowing smoke in Scruff's face, but no, he just fixes those eyes.
I don't know. I still think we should have gone the route of giving the little ball of fluff glasses.
They get so, like, they get immediately scratched to hell the next time he sticks his face in something.
Also, he regularly goes upside down.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay,
also-
goggles
I'm
that
not
just
racist,
go
man.
around his entire body then.
You missed the chance to do the freaking cool anime thing, but with like ghost hands where you put your glasses back in place.
No.
Dang.
I will not afflict my characters with the curse of being stuck with rust. Any of them ever. I am very short-sighted. I hate it.
I say as someone who might wear glasses one day, very soon.
I
Thank you
say
for the
this with the
sub-hype.
certainty of someone who ended up with a scratch, quite a deep scratch down the inside of my glasses lens, straight across the like top to bottom, and I was stuck with that for like 6 months.
Oof. That's horrible.
Yeah, someone elbowed me in the face, and my glasses went in my mouth.
Ugh. That's horrible.
Yeah. The scratch was annoying though. To be fair, they were trying not to drown, so I was fairly forgiving. Yes, Scruff is now peering around at everything with his. You know what? I'm just going to attribute the 12 rolls that he can now see better.
Yeah.
Look.
Peering around.
Look
at
with your
everything.
special eyes.
Maybe the special is back to normal again.
Welcome to the Special Eye Club.
Clearly your brand was Sigmund.
And a knife.
So, congratulations, welcome to Vision. I'll let you adjust to it at your own pace. Though I recommend just staring at things in general. Recognize things by your tremor sense, you'll adjust.
Ooh.
If I were to explain things, you had snow blindness. You had snow blindness for the majority of your former life, and that transferred over.
Well, no, that can't be right. I had my goggles. I had my visor. I never had a problem with that before.
Yes, except there's one thing. I'm the doctor and you are not.
Sigmund.
I had a visor for that reason. It stopped that.
I will admit those things probably kept you from going blind the rest of the way.
Well, I should probably get some more of those. I'd like to keep my vision now I've got it back.
I have no reason to believe why you couldn't keep those things.
Well, thank you kindly. Yes, I can be of much more help now. I can. Ooh,
Yes,
now I
you
can
might
see
even take up
shapes.
reading.
I can read.
You can now.
I could read before. Thank you very much. Look, and he's gonna start scrawling tree runes in the ground with his finger, with his shadow claw.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but we read a different language here, Scruff.
Fangled nonsense. I can read. I can read. I can read. I can read my speech. I've been
Alright,
writing
you can
like
read
this.
something. I don't know what that is, but I believe that you can read that.
Yeah, I can write that too. That's very useful.
Alright, now come on, let's wake up the others. It's time to go and inform them of the good news, even.
Alright. Can I just ask, with that roll, did I see anything with Vayne and the Tyro?
No.
Okay.
That was 2 shifts ago.
That was 2 shifts ago, and Sigmund kind of did the cover-ups.
Alright. Scruff is going to excitedly go and wake up everyone, like with the grace of a small child on Christmas, just kind of leaping on people until they wake up, and then leaping on to the next person.
Okay, how does he wake up Vayne then?
He stops 6 feet away, quietly and politely goes, Vayne, it's time to wake up, and then he moves on to the next person.
Boing, boing, boing. Vayne, it's time to wake up. Boing, boing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it time for everyone to move?
Yep, although Vayne will basically just be going, Scruff, what do you mean you haven't been able to see clearly this entire time?
Well, I thought that were normal.
Oh yeah.
I had a great sense of smell. I could see stuff through tremor sense. That was compensating for bad eyesight. It made sense.
I actually noticed that his sight wasn't quite right when I talked to him, and he apparently saw my bow tie as just triangles.
Gruff is staring at Vayne's head, and he just quietly goes, I finally get the hat thing.
You do realize it is a part of my head, right?
I do realise that it's a part of your head, but I understand it's not just a big... It was kind of like your head was kind of like a black cone. Like a big blurry cone.
You could barely see me before,
it?
besides my neckerchief, couldn't you?
I could see where you were. It's kind of hard to miss the big swirly darkness. But I can see you now.
What happened?
Sigmund hit me in the face with a dagger or something. He cut my eyes. It's fine now. It kind of stung. But I can see now.
Wade is going to raise one of his fingers up and look like he's about to ask something, but then he thinks of it better and just nods. Okay, yes, that makes sense.
Fingers.
This is bizarre.
Scruff is staring about in new appreciation.
Okay, slight topic change here. Wait, if you knew his eyesight was bad, why didn't you already tell him to go to Sigmund?
it was something that I was thinking of doing, but it's something that I learned just yesterday, actually.
To be fair, it was when you were telling him about Twiggly.
I do believe that I did told you that it probably should be something that you should check on Sigmund with, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you did. And then a few other things happened, and then Sigmund was here, and now it's all sorted out.
I guess it ended up working out in the end.
I would like to add out of character. While Scuff was jumping on people to wake them up, he was like making quietless like jumps on Skull. Oh, you're spiky.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Jumps on Pal's way. Oh, that's a frill. I wondered what that was. Jumps on someone else. Jumps on Kaza. Oh, the lace is quite pretty. I like that.
Good morning.
Jumps on the next person.
Fully delighted.
Scruff is having a good time being able to see.
Jumps on Gimund. You're still a void. Okay. Jumps on the next person.
You mean Pyroclast, right?
Pyroclast, yeah. Jumps on Pyro. You're still a void. Jumps on.
What?
Makes to jump on edge. Thinks better of jumping on a blade. Bonks face on hill instead.
Oh no! Wait, the hill?
Yeah.
Oh no!
He does not touch the tassel. Edge isn't paying attention.
Pyro just looks so scared for a second.
Rough, oblivious. Oh, you've got engraving on you. That's very nice.
And Pyro is just gonna go slowly walk away from the scruff. So, Edge, how's the weather?
It's the first time I've managed to finish my thesis twice.
Good for you.
Yes, I feel very good. Now if you'll excuse me, honk you. Except not really, I don't sleep. Except not really.
Go to bed, Joker.
No. It is time for the wagon to continue. It is time.
The wagon
Hooray.
continues then.
Your arrival
Will-
to Gullykin is happened at last.
Oh, I was
Correct.
just about to ask, are we actually going to finish our traveling to Gullykin with 1 hour
Yes,
left in the
it-
session?
Oh, don't worry, because you're getting right to the point as the wagon trundles down the valley and towards the harbor. It is time for the delivery, as the Tauros wagon is very eager to turn around and get the hell out of here.
On the plus
As
side,
there
there's
is a
not
waiting
even a dungeon to
Gyarados.
distract us here.
There's not. You are being delivered directly to the docks. But, surprisingly, there is a boat waiting for you.
Oh.
Interesting.
You climb on.
Well, first Vade is just going to go, hey, is this going to take us to Esther?
They will say yes.
Well, in that case, Vade is just going to motion for the wagon to basically just get as close as possible.
Wade is gonna climb on. And by the way, he's still Wade.
So is it like a... Is the boat person like... Is there like a badge on the person?
There is.
Okay. He'll hop on the boat.
Boat puller is a dugong.
Ooh. Dugons are cute.
And with everyone aboard, they'll pull the boat out. A fair distance out, actually. Where Esther and all her Magikarp are waiting. Practically locks in on the boat as she recognizes you, swimming over to greet you, and saying that she was asked to maintain a distance from the town while she does this. This is going to get messy.
Well, we have your culprit right here, Esther. And Vade is probably just gonna yank Demir near the edge. Because we're on a boat, so.
Oh, yes. No, Demir is scared, but he's pretending to be defiant before the water itself reaches up to grab him from the sides. And she nods and starts pulling him up and out of the boat. Now, I'm just going to give a summary of what happens, as it is prolonged. But a body can take a lot in this world, as long as you do not have killing intent. Because she presents a few tricks. You can't be, or rather, you can be kept in place as long as restraint is applied. So she is holding him with the water, reflavored telekinesis, and slamming and splashing and drowning and throwing him skywards to let him crash back in the water to collect him again. And even biting now and then, though she has to be very careful as her teeth are bigger than his limbs. But as long as there's no intent to kill, he will survive until she is quite satisfied and shows something else. Raising him high into the water, she will send forth a water gun, and then another one, and then another one, and another one, until Demir ruptures like an overstuffed piñata.
Whoa.
Ooh. Wow.
The radius is far enough that the water isn't even discolored. Kaza
Gruesome.
raises protect to shield them.
Now, what did Casa do?
He throws up a barrier or a protect barrier to shield them from the brief rain.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Esther is quite content and says that she'll be hanging around Gullykin for a while longer as she considers what to do next. However, 2 of the Magikarps evolve.
Whoa.
Oh, they got a good show from it then. If they're evolving.
Oh yes. No, this was quite a moving display for them.
I'm glad we could be so inspirational to a young crop of Gyarados. I mean, hey, look, they call it a school for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
The Dugong will take the teams back. As Esther and her family are going to hang out in Gullykin for a while longer.
Wade is just silent, witnessing what he just witnessed.
Kaza will admit that at some point he looked away.
I don't blame you.
That
All's well that ends well.
Congratulations on getting your sight back, Scruff.
Is anyone looking at Scruff at the moment?
Vane is probably just checking over this.
He's viewing it all with the most impartial. He's viewing it all with the most impartial expression of, well, that happened. He doesn't look particularly upset or offended or excited by it. He's just kind of like, Alright, serves him right.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Huh. Was that kind of sight something you're used to, Scruff?
Sorry, can you repeat?
What was that kind of sight something you're used to, Scruff?
No, but he did mess with our kids.
Yeah, not going to lie. That individual was a piece of crap. But
it should be a rule of nature. No matter where you don't mess with a mother and her kids.
Very much so.
You do that to a bear, he's gonna get mauled. You do that to a lass, he's gonna get stabbed. You do that to a Gyarados, you're gonna get whatever the hell that was.
Oh, Veda's just going, speaking of, hey Esther, should we consider your request closed and completed?
Yes.
Wade is gonna give her a thumbs up. Pleasure doing business with you.
Please receive your reward. Unless you already have. In which case, accept reputation and my commendation.
Hooray, reputation.
Yay, we don't have too much of that to go around. At least good that.
I do hope you and your kiddies can go and have some peaceful fun times, unbothered by idiots like that.
I was gonna look at Scroll. What's his reaction to all this?
Squirrel is looking away at this point, just kind of fiddling with one of his locks.
He would like to distract himself from the situation.
Yes.
I don't blame him.
Pyro to that is just going to say, yeah, that was something.
Kaza raises his hand. So, who wants to go back to Gullah or to Damavoy?
Well, I'm pretty sure our business here is done, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
Kaza off with both hands.
Wade takes it.
And I assume the rest of the queue follows. We'd like to leave now and not think about this place anymore.
Squirrel's good with that.
Buff is kind of staring out at the water like, oh, so that's the big wet. Very nice.
Big what?
The big wet.
That's the
You mean
ocean.
the ocean?
What's that?
That's the name for the big wet.
Oh. I don't mind that.
I love the cultural I love the cultural clash that we constantly have with Scruff.
Yep.
The big wet.
The big wet. Not to be confused with the big blue. Those are two different things.
What?
Understandable.
Once they are back in Domovoy, Vane is going to go and just look at Kaza and go, I do have something that I was supposed to pass along to you. I probably could have done it yesterday, but I figured it'd probably be better to do it after all of that as a bit of a pick-me-up. So this is actually from Bian. And Vane is going to take out the vessel that Bian gave him for Kaza and hand it over.
Oh. It's the purple ribbon with the gem on it.
Yeah, it's actually capable of being a magic vessel.
Oh! Kaza will take it with a great amount of excitement. Ah. He's then going to like put it next to one of his own ribbons. I wish I had a flower to go with it. Oh, but it looks great. I like purple.
A flower to go with it?
Yeah, I like flowers.
Okay, well, I definitely can't deny that. Vane just looks over, like, Kaza's entire ensemble.
He does have a bit of floral patterning here and there.
He also literally has, like, a flower.
Yep.
So, Vane is just gonna go, well, you already have at least one flower, so it wouldn't exactly be a new addition. Why not the one that you already have to... Why not get another one of those to just move it over? Is it a color thing? I know you like colors.
I guess I could try a new color. he does seem to be wondering if he should maybe like consider like maybe not a flower then, something else, some other purple.
No, I was just trying to figure out. You have a very bad track record of actually pursuing some of the more immediate and whimsical wants and desires that you have, so I was just trying to help you figure out what you actually wanted.
Oh, I see. Then the ribbon's fine. It looks just fine like it is.
Well, would you like to go to Lulite tomorrow in order to thank Bien?
I would.
I figured we could probably stop in right now, but it's getting kind of late, I think. Because if I'm right about the timeline, it is getting late, right?
Later, yes.
All right. In that case, Vade's just going, it is getting a bit late, and it probably wouldn't go remiss to actually get some proper rest after all of that.
It was a lot. Let's go check on Chomper while we're at it, maybe.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's it.
you guys are
Or
planning.
I can do that.
You guys are planning to go to the library tomorrow?
Seems
Well,
so.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Did you?
Bien was the one who actually gave the gift technically, and as far as I'm aware, it's considered impolite to not thank someone for a gift.
That's true. Do you mind if I tag along?
I mean, I'm fine with it, Kaza.
I'm fine with it.
Wade gives a thumbs up.
Hey, Vane.
Yes, Pyro?
I don't know if Chomper is gonna want to join you with that, but you know, with the how he likes to be with Scroll and the whole we should probably have at least not be alone right now.
Yeah.
Is it okay if he hangs out with us if he wants to?
Sure. I mean, unless you guys are planning on going off and leaving town or something.
We're probably going to be staying within Domovoy.
I don't exactly care about people's itineraries so long as it's not going off somewhere else or doing something dangerous.
Got it.
And I don't exactly classify as hanging around you guys as dangerous.
Fair. Just
At most,
to...
eventually, you'll snap and strangle Edge somehow.
Squirrel's just going to be leaving.
That sounds about right.
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, I think I'll get going now.
All right. Kaza, you said you wanted to go check up on Chomper?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, do you want me for that, or...?
Well, if you want to come, you can.
That was not what I asked, Kaza.
I'm alright on my own.
Okay, if you want to handle it by yourself, that's fine. You don't have to give such wishy-washy responses when I ask you something, Kaza.
I'll get better.
Actually, Kaza, I know you said that you can do it fine on your own, but do you mind if I tag along? That's mostly because I remember Chomper wanted to ask me something later.
Oh, sure.
Okay, good. Okay, I suppose we'll see each other later, Bane.
I guess so. I mean, Vay just looks a little bit confused by, like, someone giving him a see you around when they're going to be mostly hanging out in the same city and sleep in the same room at night. He's just like, okay, I'll see you tonight in probably around an hour or two.
Oh, I'm sure you'll see him tonight, you dirty bird, you. Poor Kaza.
I mean, they all sleep in the same room together anyway. I mean,
At least Vane's gonna have someone sleeping with them tonight. I guess Chomper will just, be on the floor alone. I'm sure Squirrel has a roof to lay on or something.
Is Chomper not also sleeping at the same room? Is that the thing?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't know where Squirrel's gonna be sleeping or where Chomper's gonna sleep.
He can always sleep with his team, you know.
Yeah. Guess if he's not gonna be able to cuddle with a Rilo, I guess he could sleep with his team, I suppose.
You scared him away!
Huh?
At the Chomper.
Hey, wanna be boyfriends? To the awkward Riolu? Also, there's this other person that wants to be boyfriends too?
Well, now.
Look, he was being honest with you. He told you, like, hey, look, somebody, approached and got kissed in the past. So you know about it, so when it comes up a surprise later, he's being an honest boyfriend. What's wrong with that? It's not my fault that he has an ADHD friend that will run off at the drop of a dime when you say anything to him. And is constantly running off. By the way, where'd he go? Oh, he ran off already. Oh, snap, never mind.
I don't think the ADHD is the problem here.
No, it isn't. It really isn't.
All right, just to throw an absolute wrench into people's expectations, Veda's actually going to go try and find Rallis.
Whoa. That's amazing.
Damn it, that's where Squirrel was gonna head.
Haha.
Oh, well. Oh, that's funny. I want to see that.
For a moment, just for the sake of, like, moving past the whole, like, everything to do with that one guy, I do have something with Chomper talking to Zeph about it for a second. Before he gets to meet up with anybody who's going to meet up with him.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Alright, Digi, you good?
Yes, I think so. One moment, dog is doing something.
Okay, gotta make sure
I was about to say, you sounded so distant, and then it's like, oh, dog, okay.
The neighbors.
Hey, Eisen, I will say, they did have the first date already.
And I will say that it is something that happened naturally. It's a situation that literally he got kissed by the Arcanine, and they talked, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. I guess we can be friends, but that happened. I wonder what Squirrel would feel about that.
If it were just the kiss, that would have been fine, because Squirrel already knew about that. It was the, hey, he wants to be boyfriends too. When Squirrel was already awkward as hell about relations stuff. It was already an awkward attempt at a relationship in the first place.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That was an oof. That was a very oof move.
Well, the point of Chomper is not to be perfect anyway.
All right.
Fair.
Well, of course not, but it's recoverable. Just it's a funny thing, and that's why he
it is
went.
funny.
Chomper and Zephyr.
Just hope it doesn't take like a whole season to fix back up. I guess that's all I say. Anywho,
Casual
Chomper is
looks at
currently
the fact that
having-
we're probably going to be season 4 like the next 2 episodes.
Chomper has a bunch of grapes in his nose and is just being a general goober right now while they're sitting at a table or something, trying to make Zeph crack up.
He's stoic to a lot of things, but Chomper can find his humor with persistence.
Chomper is everything. Chomper of all things is at least persistent.
Chomper? Persistent? Why I never?
Chomper lets the grapes fall out of his muzzle with a little bit of a smirk. Okay. I know this is a lot of fun things you can know. If you find different things to do with food when you're bored.
Zevran spits a watermelon seed at Chomper.
Ah! Chomper is in turn doing that back as they have a watermelon seed fight.
Yep, that sounds about right.
After a moment of that, though, Chomper is kind of like taking a breath from like laughing a bit, but then is looking up and is thinking, damn brain again. Overthinking.
What up?
Huh? Oh.
What's up with your bed? What's up with your brain?
Just thinking about how everybody's doing right now, what they're doing. I didn't want to go with them to take care of you know who with what they're doing. I have to ask you something. Did you two actually, were you two friends at all? Or was he ever good to you? Do you know who he was?
Really?
Yeah,
No.
I know. I know he's bad. I just really like to think somebody, even like him, can change, but I know when you go so far and you start hurting people, it's kind of almost too late for you to really, make up for what you did, and that's how some people end up. It's just, yeah. Chomper shakes his head. I kind of already had a feeling that he had really nothing that that was actually something he did that was good, and was hoping maybe something was going on, but at the very least, I just really hope that everybody who is a part of that doesn't really get too affected by what they're going to see.
Well, I guess if nothing else, he's just not something worth considering anymore.
Yeah. Well, all I know is I'm going to do my best to make sure there's not more people like him in this world. But I'm going to try to do it in a way before it gets to the point where they've done something so bad that needs to happen. Enough about that. Hey, whoa, it's getting late. Shoot, what time is it?
Getting to afternoon, I think.
Huh.
Late afternoon? Where'd the day go?
Don't know. I thought we actually had more time, but I guess we kind of been passing it. Well, hey, let's go ahead and, I guess maybe wrap up and head over to the guild or something. Maybe we can find some, I don't know. Hey, where are you actually, were you going to rest for the end of the night? Do you have anybody you're going with, or you going back to Sigmund's?
Don't have anywhere else to be than there. I don't even know if this badge is valid.
Well, if you ever want to, I can ask my team and everything and see about, come with me for for stuff. I don't mind sleeping on the floor or something if you want the bed, by the way. Just, yeah, if you ever want to just come over and hang out, you're welcome to.
Maybe.
Hey, good enough for me. I just know how it is when, after going through a lot, don't want to be alone.
So, I guess, even when your team comes back, we are still gonna hang?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you ever want to come over and, hang out again, just let me know. It was fun.
Okay. And talk about games?
Yeah, and if you want to, talk about some of the stuff that went on in your past life, I'm up for hearing it. As long as you're okay for me yammering about all my stuff that's maybe hard to understand, like all the fighting games I told you about.
It's been a while since I heard about them, but I kind of remember them.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. It's honestly a nice way to kind of, settle things, do competitive stuff, and you don't have to end up being hurted by the end of it.
I have a very important question, and you have to take this seriously.
I am all I am listening.
What number was the current Street Fighter?
Oh, that's easy. That was I'm tempted. I am so tempted to say 27.
I believe you.
That was, and then cuts to a close up of Chomper's mouth mouthing the words, but you don't get to actually see what he says.
God damn it!
It kind of looks like he said 4, but he was almost gonna say another decimal. But you'll never know.
4.35.
And then the scene cuts to someone else.
Dang it, I'm thinking about Earth Defense Force 4.1.
Oh, geez.
EDF loves decimals. It's great.
Yep.
Turbo Edition. Director's Cut, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Okay. Now we can. Now I believe we can move on from that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you have successfully friended.
And I didn't even have to use the sound sense or anything, which I honestly want to save for another time. We're getting it's getting really close to that time. Give y'all time to do anything else I want to do.
Well, we either go to Paz or we go to both Vane and Squirrel.
How much time do we have left?
Are we still doing the thing where even if
20
we start
minutes.
late, we're ending exactly at 11, or are we doing the 4-hour thing again?
We can go slightly over, but I do want to end in about roughly 20 minutes, but we can't go slightly over.
In that case, go to Rallis and Squirrel, like Rallis and Ben and Squirrel, I think.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Pyro chasing after.
Yeah. Depending on how long this takes, I might just do my thing next session.
To be fair, this will be the first seed I got this session, aside from a punch.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. That's why. Go ahead.
You got a bit of scruff jumping on you.
Gullykin has been resolved.
Hopefully we can come back to Gullykin without this baggage.
3 sessions getting there, we were there for like 15 minutes.
You arrive at the room, and after a firm knocking, thankfully Rallis is the one that answers the door. Hey, kids, you're back.
Yes. I'm here to learn more Aura stuff.
Alrighty. I take it you've learned how to hold hold an enhancement.
He pulls out the stick, which I assume is
All
still unbroken and stuff.
Yes.
We didn't exactly keep up with the rolls on that, but he kind of succeeded on the rest and such, so...
Yeah, and after the Gregor incident, no, it was just a matter of time. After Gregor tempered you with his yells. You basically super crit. Alright. Then you're ready for the next step. And it might not feel like a big might not feel like a big thing, but let go of the stick. But leave the effect.
He will attempt this. Let's see, it was presence?
Yep.
I forget, did I get bonuses on this, or...
I mean, I don't think so, but I also wasn't paying too much attention to the bonuses thing.
I think I got to add my specialties for crafting on that. Was that right?
Yes.
Okay. Considering what this is, I'm gonna soul the 1. That'll make it a 15. A 15 on 14 dice.
Nice.
Nice.
This is coming very naturally now. But after letting go, you do understand what the assignment is. To continue running the enhancement, a certain amount of aura needs to be left behind, or it'll burn itself out too soon. You then need to estimate or try and guess how long you're going to leave this behind, and then attempt a measurement of how much aura you need to leave behind. There is also the consideration of what environmental effects are going to happen, or if there are going to be interactions. Air quotes, it is planning ahead now. You need to know if the stick is going to be hit, or if it's even going to move.
Okay.
But there comes another surprise. The stick has been surrounded by aura for so long. It can hold aura. And you're pretty sure it couldn't do that before.
Rowlis, I think I broke the stick.
No. Because, remember, what is aura? It's an extension of your life energy and your will.
Sorry, out of character. I
The
was
stick?
forgetting that.
Yes. The stick is a training device, but it has become important to you as a symbol of your training. Ergo, your aura is starting to connect with it. You are changing the stick.
Kind of like I'll be changing the materials when I work to make the golem?
Yeah, eventually you might even make that stick into a metal stick. With enough time.
Wait, I
I'm
can
not even
change
sure what
the
kind of metal it'll turn it
material
into.
of things?
It's possible.
Squirrel has unlocked the secrets of alchemy. Squirrel will now proceed to crash the market.
It takes a long ass time, but yeah, I guess you can.
I'm gonna remind you real quick out of game that this is not a world that they back things by like gold or something. There's not really a market to crash unless you can materialize Pokey.
I mean, it is also Squirrel. He likes his pokey.
That does not mean he can suddenly materialize dungeon energy with aura.
So this is how Squirrel learns payday? Possibly. I mean, it does summon Pokey, so... Anyways. So, I could potentially turn it to metal by continuing?
Yeah.
I wonder what kind. And what I could use it for.
Well, I guess that's up to you.
How long is the stick?
About 18 inches. Foot and a half.
I could make a pretty good handle out of this. Now Squirrel is slightly lost in his thoughts. Ooh,
Alright.
Squirrel could make a Philosopher's Stone.
Alright.
Again, at which point do you think that that is something that is aura-based?
Alright, at this point, if I say anything to do with my stand using thing and call it aura, I think I'm valid.
Sure,
Or
why
it's
not?
pretty dang broad, it seems.
Yes, it is. Ciel is bullshit, but he is perfectly canon.
Look, if the metric is Philosopher's Stone with aura, then Ciel is fucking immortal already. Just pointing that out.
He was Sigmund's research subject, and Sigmund was frustrated every day. So, Vane, what do you want?
I was going to ask if you could take me to Lulite a little bit early tomorrow. Me and Kaza are going to go there. I want to pick up something a little bit early, and I'm giving you exactly one chance for this in order to be a decent enough brother for Kaza.
Really coming out swinging for this one, aren't you? Alright, fine.
I'll see you early tomorrow then.
Should I prep the rest of the team?
I mean, not particularly. I mean, if you want Zarok to come, then sure. I could ask Zarok some questions.
Alright.
I think it's just leaving after that.
Anyway, next step is measuring usage. Squirrel. You generate aura, but unless you're connected to something, you don't continuously fuel it. So it's time to learn about your own outputs and the costs of things. Because if you can figure out your own output and how much you can maintain something, or how much aura things cost to maintain under certain duress, you'll figure out how long you can manifest your tools for. And they'll probably not vanish mid-use at a very inopportune time. Because using a tool will take more aura than just having it in your hand.
But it can do a lot more with the aura.
That is correct. I guess it's just more understand yourself a bit better to understand your tools and their capacity. I mean, imagine you had a hammer and chisel, but the chisel vanished while you were swinging downwards, so the hammer didn't encounter anything and kept going downwards and then hit the material. That'd suck, I think.
It would. So now what I need to do is start putting the aura into my tools then?
My recommended next step is to try and do some tests with yourself. Try and figure out aura usage and try and figure out how much you actually generate. It's math, but it's interesting math.
Digi, why? Why would you turn Squirrel into a math dragon?
Because he's going to need a lot of precision. Besides, it's not even math, it's just general estimates. He doesn't need any decimal values. He just needs to understand, like, alright, I can summon this for about 6 or so minutes, but but with my current aura, it can take like 20 swings or so.
Did you?
Yep.
As
yes, Pyro is very
like
suited
math,
for this too.
as math is involved, Pyro's gonna use his soul sight on the stick to see if with like Bean's upgrade he can see like values and such of like the aura possibly.
A perception roll with a -1 difficulty, as you can kind of help Squirrel cheese this part a little bit.
What the heck?
Yep, you're sure helping him cheese it right now, actively.
Oh.
Oh well.
You are sure seeing a lot of Squirrel.
Do a reroll. Also, you did not reduce the difficulty.
Oh, that too.
So that technically was a 3. Still say reroll.
Yeah, that was bad. Whoops.
Well, there's a
That
soul.
can't be real.
Can we
That
keep...
was more than your roll. One dice was
Technically
superior
speaking,
to
that
two.
one random dice does technically count as a soul use. Valid.
You know what? We'll go with that. So,
All right, you're 8 now. You're
Very nice.
Sure!
So
Well
around this
then.
time, Chomper gets in there as well to help, and then rolls a 0.
all right then.
best mistake, soul.
Okay. Yes, it's a bit rough, since aura is very hard to read, but you can measure the dimming, and from there begin to make estimates.
And Pyro's gonna start providing a scroll with the values and saying there is a aura things.
Rel seems confused by Pyro's capabilities, but like, huh, I guess someone else can do that for you. Alright then.
I wasn't entirely sure it would work. I just have realized lately with my abilities that I can start seeing specific things of things, if that makes sense.
Things of things.
Hello?
Ah, yes. Rallis is going to shrug and say that, alright, then I guess we can just move on to the next one. Now, have you actually tried enhancing yourself?
Actually... Squirrel's gonna use dragon speed.
Boy.
Like this? He got zoomies.
A move, I think.
Yes! I can go even faster with this.
Bad. You know what? You are kind of going for it. Why not try it? Let's try projection. Let's see if you can't make something entirely out of aura. And if you can do that, theoretically, you can make some tools.
So, not enhancing my own tools, but making, like, floating ones?
We are technically skipping some steps, but you seem eager.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll try that roll for doing that.
Oh.
I... How much boost do I have left? Well, I got enough to body boost all of those dead dice, or I could soul the one. What would be more beneficial, though?
Good question.
I'm gonna body boost to all of them. I saw that extra one. Okay.
Forgot its dance partner.
Apparently. Well, I guess I'm settling with the 10.
Fair enough. This is hard. This is very hard, actually. But you can kind of make a... Well, it's about 4 inches of a handle. But you can hold on to it. You can even squeeze it, kind of.
Freezing.
Hee hee.
Jeez.
Now that could have gone right by, but you commented.
Exactly. Just like my comment about doing lots of fun things with food. Just let it go.
Actually, it's late in the day. Is it too late for me to vigor?
I don't think so.
Cool. Then I'll vigor the 6s, so it'll be a 12.
Okay.
Might as well push it a little further.
Fair enough. It takes a bit more force to dissipate it in your hand. But, Rallus nods and thinks, alright. You can kinda do it, but maybe we'll backtrack a little bit. But you're doing great. And that may be our stopping point for the session.
Alright. As the neighbors have announced the end.
The neighbors were surprisingly quiet today.
That's because I keep muting my mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's because Enja's saving us.
Thanks to this touch mic, I can mute myself without actually publicly muting myself.
Oh.
Yeah, you see why I wanted to go with that mic?
Yes.
But
whenever I'm not speaking, I mute myself for protection.
Is a good idea. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was Lost in Chaos Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. That is one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by subscribing to us on YouTube, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, going and checking out the new Spotify that we just launched, and going and watching and following over there as well, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everyone, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
See you,
Bye.
dudes.
Bye.
Out.
Oh.